everybody, Wallace Whispers back with another video. Trying a different little angle here, some new relaxed setup here, and I will tell you for why. This will be a ramble video about my experiences in London. I have just spent a weekend. Just going to try and sort the volume out here. I've just spent a weekend in London. Was my first time travelling solo down there, and I just want to talk about it. And I want you to share your travel experiences with me, obviously. I'd love to hear some fun stories. So, my weekend, soft spoken or whisper. So, my weekend was not what I expected to start with. So, first of all, I got the train from Edinburgh. Now, I messed up from the outset. I got on the wrong train. I thought I got the 11:30, but I actually got the 11 o'clock. Booked the 11 o'clock, but I got on the 11:30. I hope that makes sense. I booked the 11 o'clock, but I got on the 11:30, but I thought the train is pretty dead. The train's pretty dead, to be fair. I was sitting in a seat that was Edinburgh to King's Cross, which I thought was my seat. It obviously wasn't, but no one was sitting there, so there was a seat all the way down there. And the ticket warden came and said to me, ticket. I showed him the ticket. That's when I realised my departure time was different. And he said, you're not going to get far with that one. So after a bit of back and forth, I was like, well, can you not just let me go? And he was like, nah. I was like, nice one. So what's my alternative? And he quoted me £275 for a ticket there and then on the day. £275. And I said to myself, I will lock myself in the bathroom for 4.5 hours before I pay that money. There's no way I'm paying £275. So after more back and forth, I managed to talk him down to £48. So I managed to talk him down to £48. And that was that bit of a bumpy start, but hey, I was going to London. I was ready to have a good time. So when I got there, I was visiting my friends who stay at my friend's parents' house just outside of London. They're moving to Mexico and then Canada for 2 years. And they're really good friends of mine. I don't have many opportunities to see them, so that's the reason for my journey. So I went down, was meant to be staying with them on the Thursday and the Friday, and then with another friend of mine on Saturday and Sunday. So I went down, and I underestimated the size of London. Oh my god. Being from Edinburgh, I didn't think a city could get so big. So to get to the house I was staying in on Thursday night, I got in at 3:30. I made it to the house at 6:15. So I had to get a train down to London. Then from there I had to get 2 tubes. And then from there I had to get a train. And from the train station I had to get a lift just to get to the house I was staying in. Yeah, not good at all. So, not good at all. I was very tired when I got picked up from the station. But we went home, my friend made dinner, and we we watched a movie, chilled out, lovely first evening, I would say, nice and relaxed. And then my friends, both of them, were going to work. They're in a relationship, by the way, if you're wondering. So both of them were going to work in the morning. So I thought, I knew all this prior. I thought, okay, I can amuse myself in London for a couple of hours. So we booked the pool hall for 5 o'clock. And my friend said, okay, I'll be done at 3:30. I'll definitely get to the pool hall by 5. So I get a lift to the station and go into Waterloo, which is kind of, I don't want to say near the middle of London because that doesn't mean anything, but it's in London. Got there in about half an hour, 35 minutes, and walked down South Bank, which was nice, got a coffee, went to the Tate Modern, which I didn't understand. It kind of flew over my head a little bit, I'm not going to lie. So I don't think I really enjoyed it that much. I should mention I didn't really sleep that well. The first night, just new place, I never sleep very well. The first night I go somewhere. So, I was in London, went to the Tate Modern, and it was okay. So the pool hall was quite far away. That's one thing I found. Everything in London is so far away from everything else. Nothing is a 10-minute walk. It doesn't exist. Everything is at least a tube ride and a 15-minute walk away. Nothing is close. So I was like, right, I'm going to start heading over to the pool place, which was a tube journey and a 20-minute walk away. Cool. So I head over there for our 5 o'clock booking, and I phone my friend. I say, hey, are you close? And he says, nah, I'm not close. I'm just getting back to the house. And I was thinking to myself, how is that possible? So I was like, right, okay, you're just getting back to the house. And he was like, yep, so I'll be another hour at least. And at this point, I'd been walking all day. I was bored. And I was like, right. So I went in, played some pool by myself for an hour. There was nothing much else I could do. And then he showed up, and the time I spent with him and his girlfriend were just really nice. We played pool, we went for dinner, we went for a couple of drinks. It was fun. I had a really good time with them, but it was, I don't want to say tainted, but I was just burst by the day. I was just finished walking around for like 5.5 hours, 6 hours or something. It was just knackering. So then that night, again, didn't get the best sleep. I woke up in the morning. They had to go babysitting, so I was going to go meet my friend at a rugby game that he was playing. So he told me the address. So I get a lift into Hutman. So he gave me the name of a street in London. Just a street in London. That's what he gave me. So I went there. I got a lift to the station, a train, another train, a bus, and then a 10-minute walk. Yep. So I got there, and there was no rugby game being played. So I was like, what could this mean? So there was a big sports complex, like a massive field. So I walked around the edge of that for about 15 minutes. There was no rugby being played anywhere. I was like, okay, this is strange. So I just messaged my friend. The game's got like 20 minutes left. I messaged him and said, look, I can't find the game. Really sorry. I'm going to go to this pub, which is around the corner. So I went to the pub. Half an hour later, he phones me. And he's like, oh, did you struggle to find the rugby? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, yeah, the venue did change. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, the venue changed. We weren't playing where I first told you. And I was like, right, okay, well, that's fantastic. Thanks for telling me. But he apologised, he was like, yeah, sorry, that's my bad. He said, right, well, why don't you just come to the clubhouse? I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I've travelled an hour and 20 minutes to get to where I am. You can come and see me. And he was like, alright, cool, I might be a while. Maybe 40 minutes. And I was like, fuck, I've waited so long. But I was like, yeah, cool. And then when I hung up, he messaged me like, oh, just like come to the clubhouse, I've got to do man of the match and everything like that. And I said, nah, I'm not coming no clubhouse. Like, you need to come here. He was like, okay, cool. So about another 40 minutes, he managed to show up. And as soon as I saw him, I was revitalised, re-energised. I was like, yes, decent. And then he says to me, oh yeah, by the way, I'm working on Monday now. But he told me he wasn't, so I was like, right. So what am I meant to do on Monday? And he was like, well, something's came up, so I've got to go in for work at 9 a.m. Right, fantastic. That's just brilliant. But that's fine. Whatever it is, what it is. Let's just have a good time today, good time on Sunday. So we go, my friend comes in from Cambridge, we go out, we went to the Ballon Bowling Club, which was nice, good wee vibe. Then we went to Doing Market, which is like crazy. It's like this market, but inside like this big warehouse, and everyone's like close together. It's like you're on a street in like, I don't know, like Hong Kong or Tokyo or China or that part of the world where it's all nice, it's all like compact. It was really cool. So we saw some live music there. We were chilling, getting drinks in and stuff. We got smashed, so we went to Mackey's, headed back to the flat, and my friend said, you can have my bed, and I'll sleep on the sofa, and tomorrow we can switch it around. I was like, yep, that sounds fair. So I was wiped out. So I was lying in bed. The bed was nice and comfy. I fell asleep, and then I got like, what the fuck is happening? It was my friend, still steaming and sleepwalking, and he came into the bed and physically like kicked me out of it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he wasn't answering me, so I was like, right, well, brilliant, what the fuck am I meant to do? So I went through. Now, I'm a big guy, and my friend is tiny. I couldn't fit on the sofa. The sofa was fucking miniature. So I couldn't fit on the sofa, so I took the cushions off and tried to make a bed on the floor, but it was so uncomfy. I wasn't sleeping. My body was sore. I was done. So I ended up actually cutting my trip short. I booked the train back in the morning and cut my trip short a day early. So, a couple of things. I think I could have chosen a better weekend to go down. My friends had plans. I could have chosen a better time to go down, to be fair. But I spent most of the time on my own, which I don't like. I'm a massive extrovert. I don't like spending time on my own. Especially walking around, not having a choice to go back somewhere. Because my friend's parents lived too far away, I couldn't go back to their house. Once I was in the city, so yeah, how busy it is, how long it takes to get anywhere. I kind of felt like I was stressed and tense from the moment I got into the station on Thursday. I felt, all pent up and tensed. So I couldn't relax, and it got to the Sunday morning. I hadn't slept, and I was like, you know what? Today's going to be a write-off, and I don't want to bring my pal down like that. I don't want to come down to London and be moping about all moany all day. So I just booked the train back. He wasn't happy about that, but I'm a big boy at the end of the day. So that was my experience of London. If you do decide to visit, have things planned, because everything is fucking miles away from everything else. I thought I could, go into London, see South Bank, go to the Tate, see Big Ben, Westminster, Tower Bridge, London Eye. They are all fucking miles away from each other. everything is right next to each other. It's not. Everything is fucking miles away. London is massive. It's 7 times the size of Edinburgh. That is mental. And that's only central London as well. So yeah, if you're going, plan it and make sure you're with people if that's the kind of person you are. If I was to go down again, I would go with people that I knew I'd be spending all my time with, and not be waiting around for people to finish plans. So that is my experience of London. Will I be going back? Probably. Will it be anytime soon? No. I do not want to think about that place for a little while. I am still knackered. I got 13 hours sleep last night, and I'm still burst. That should tell you how tired I am, how tired the trip made me. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to make a video. And yeah, a little bit of editing in this one, for sure, but that's fine. Anything that lets me hone the skills more. So, yeah, I'll make the outro quick. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Ciao, 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 ciao.